up their books. No 5-star shine, no silver spoon. I came up grinding on a Friday night moves. Now they feel me coming like a 4th down blitz. Got them talking sideways, throwing fits. But I must admit, I can't quit. 'Cause I'm the outlaw of college football. Ain't no stripes can hold me back. I don't need their legacy or no booster money stack. I don't bow to no tradition. Ain't no handshake deals I need. I just play for pride, for fire, and the will to make them bleed.
Woo! I cut the song short today because I'm run a little bit late tonight. But the show don't begin till 6 o'clock, right?
That's right.
What you laughing about?
That was a woo. You're gonna have to use your. You're probably gonna. Man, we already got 69 people in here. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my Disney link tonight.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Just to let y'all know, we're fixing to go to the Disney link, and you're probably not gonna be able to hear our voices that well. I'll just mute whenever y'all have a nice question or two, or if y'all need us to address something, we'll just.
We start to say something, we can just mute as we need to.
Yeah, we'll just mute. Y'all just let us know when you want us to mute, and especially if you give a donation or something, we will definitely mute it for that.
We already got 72 people in here, 68 on YouTube, and 4 on X.
All 3 had never
That's
come.
amazing.
Because it would be in.
They will definitely not win the championship.
They love Jordy Ball, though, dude.
They're going to be just like Texas A&M. Going to lose to Liberty. Oh, there it is. Let me give you some Valium.
Yeah.
Some Valium.
We're at 200 people in the chat. Please hit that subscribe button. If you like content like this, please hit that subscribe button and please hit that like button.
There was nothing regular about this season.
It don't seem as loud this time. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah. We're only at 22 likes. We need to get it up to 100 likes. Please hit that like button.
I can hear your voice.
22 to 100.
I can hear your voice a little bit better.
Good. We need to get that like button up to 100.
I love these guys, and I'll do anything I can so that we can win.
As the postseason picture forms,
please subscribe to the channel.
Postseason's really ruthless. It's back against the wall.
We're at 250 already.
Tonight, the brackets get filled, and the fire.
Tonight's gonna be one of them nights. If you're really feeling generous, hit that little money $sign and leave a super chat. Make sure your comment will get highlighted and we'll read it aloud for sure.
Welcome to the NCAA Softball Selection Special, presented by Capital One on the road to Oklahoma City.
If you want to get your
for the next couple hours, we'll have all the coverage for you. I know you guys have a lot of questions.
Like
we have a lot of answers. I've worn my green jacket tonight because these are my green light girls. You guys are ready to swing away. Going to break down the bracket with Jessica Mendoza, Amanda.
We are now over 300. We got 287 people on YouTube and 27 on.
Here's how this thing works. The format, the 8th in
J.
Oklahoma City
says go Bulls.
And we have a lot of things we're going to get through in the next couple of hours, ladies. Of course, everybody wants to know who's number 1. Where are all these record breakers going to go? And maybe there's a first-time champion out there about to start its journey to Oklahoma City, just like Texas did a year ago. What are you looking forward to?
I mean, we've seen history being made this season. No records have not. I mean, the records that have been broken and continue now in the postseason. Right. I'm excited to see what's going to happen offensively.
That's crazy,
It's been a very big offensive season, but I'm excited to see which pitchers are going to step up, and possibly shut down those big bats.
We're
I
now
think it
at
upsets Ari Bruin. There is no clear-cut favorite. I feel like this field
is wide open.
Please hit
There's
that
64
subscribe
teams.
button.
All
We're trying to
64
get
teams
to
feel like they have a
200.
chance
I mean,
to
we're
win
trying
it
to get
right
to 10,000 subscribers.
Well, the games are going to be the same. The road to the Women's College World Series is going to be the same. The NCAA has decided that for college softball and for college baseball, there will be a new bracket first half of the reveal.
I like it. I think that they got this right. I like
We beat
Alabama in
Texas
the
2
one
out of
spot
4,
because
moron.
they really did. Their full body of work, they earned it. I think UCLA in the 8, I like them there as well. They definitely deserve it.
Cal
So
State Fullerton represent.
I think the
What
committee
up,
did a really good
AML?
job.
Well, and I think you see the strength of the SEC this year, especially at the top.
AMM, go
Six
hit
of
that
the 8
subscribe
top
button for us,
8
dog.
seeds are coming from the SEC. So a lot of
Trying to
consistent
get to
pitching staffs in the
10,000,
SEC
man. If
and
you
all
like
the big
stuff like
offenses to grab
this,
those top seeds. Look, we
help
didn't know
us
who was
out.
going to be number one.
We
This is probably
appreciate
one of the first years where it was not clear cut. And so you're seeing those teams up the top. The point is they are the top 8 seeds, and I think no one necessarily wants to be number one anymore. So being able to see those top 8 seeds and who came out.
And of course, we're going to hear from the committee chair a little bit later. Holly Rowe has that interview. We're going to find out why teams went where they were and were placed where they were in the bracket. You're going to hear a lot about metrics. That was very significant in determining the top 8 and obviously the top 16 seeds. So we've got 8 more hosts to reveal. Where's Texas Tech going to go? I know a lot of folks interested in what their seed might be for this year's tournament. A 12 seed last year that made it all the way to the National Championship Series. How many more ACC teams may be in the mix for a host next weekend when we get underway with the NCAA regionals, and a lot more host parties to celebrate with coming up.
All right, we're at 1,028. Who'd have thought it? We got 973 on YouTube and 55 on X.
Okay,
That
so
number
those are the
keeps
top
climbing.
8 seeds. Those are the top 8 seeds. So those top 8 seeds means that you more than likely get to host the first 2 rounds, right? If you win. If you go through, you get to the super regional, and you get a super regional as well.
You can get a super regional as well.
Right. So right now they're fixing to show the people that actually got a first round.
They'll get a first round host, but they won't host a super.
Right. So that's the advantage of getting the top 8 seed, is that if you do win in your first regional, you'll get that super regional automatically, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Being the top 8, you get to host a super region. That's what you
get
want.
5 national titles, right? Right.
Yes.
Oklahoma won 4 in a row because y'all couldn't stop them, and then Texas won 1 last year as an SEC team.
Correct.
So technically, the SEC has members that have won 5 of the last 5. So I don't see how that can be biased. If a conference has the last 5 national championships, then they're probably going to get better seeding, right?
Well, I mean, stands to reason. You know. Now,
Now,
granted,
who was
I get it.
the last team to win it? Who was the last team to win it before Oklahoma started their 4-year?
Well, that would have been. I don't know if they even played one in 2020, so maybe it would have been 2019. And honestly, I don't remember. Hold on.
We're in commercial break right now. We will go back to the actual announcers. If y'all are just coming in here, we'll go back to the actual announcers when they come out of commercial break. So y'all don't go anywhere thinking we're going to be the ones talking. We're not going to be the ones talking. When it comes back on,
2019 was UCLA. That was the last one.
All right.
So the last 5 have been SEC. Then UCLA and Florida State had one in 2019 and 2018. But then OU had it in 17 and 16.
Yeah.
Florida had it in 15 and 14. Oklahoma had it in 13. Alabama had it in 12. So you still had SEC since 2012 has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 since 2013.
So that's 11 out of 14.
11 out of 13 possible. I mean, it's SEC dominant. I mean,
yeah. So if it's 11 out of 13 or 11 out of 14, that's not bias. That's called recognizing who deserves to be there, who's earned game. So
there are some intriguing
barely got
matchups
in
that
the,
we will
in the
be
top
looking
food.
at,
You're right about
of course,
that.
this evening for potential supers if the seeds were to hold. So we have our bracket. We'll start out with you, Amanda. Your thoughts?
I think the SEC has
top takeaways.
Are they 7 of the top 8? Is that right?
Of our bracket.
I think everybody was wondering where
No,
Texas
they're not.
Tech was going to end up.
No,
Were they going to
not
be
right.
9? No. Were they going to be 10? They fell all the way to 11, but their non-conference strength of schedule was 160, and that clearly affected them where they were seated.
Yeah, and I just like the way all this has played out. I think that the committee did a really good job of looking at the full body of work, because really there were 4 or 5 teams that could have been the number 1 seed. So it was interesting just the way everything has come to fruition.
But see, I think it's interesting that they look at the full body of work and not the head-to-head as far as what goes, because Florida State beat UCLA, and that's
We're
a big
close to that 200 likes.
And a
Please
super
take a
regional.
second to hit that like button.
And UCLA to be at 8, that was a big one because they did play each other earlier this year.
Yeah,
And
metrics.
please hit that subscribe button.
Hear from Holly and the selection
Take a couple
committee.
of seconds. It helps us a lot.
And that full body of work. How many top 25 wins, top 50 wins? How did you do against the top 10? Seem to be more significant than a head-to-head in that 8-9 situation. UCLA gets to stay home potentially for a super. Florida State gets that 9 seed. Oh, the party's going to get underway now. More to come on our selection special after
Now,
this.
I'm an Alabama fan, but let me point something out that's sort of weird to me about Alabama getting number 1 overall seed. Oklahoma won the regular season title, right?
Yes.
And Texas won the tournament title.
Yes.
Alabama didn't win shit. So, I'm just being devil's advocate here. I'm an Alabama fan, but Texas or Oklahoma, to me, probably deserved that number 1 seed. But because Texas finished so poorly at the end of the regular season, I think that's what screwed Texas out of getting that overall number 1 seed.
Well, I mean, Texas lost the series to Oklahoma. They lost the series to Alabama. They lost the series to Arkansas. I mean, man, it's kind of, the only thing they have is the SEC tournament. But it's the right time of the year. They look at it as who's playing well right now. I'm assuming they put a lot of weight on that. And you have to give it to Texas. Tegan Cavan looked really good, man. She had a ton of strikeouts yesterday. This is just like she did last year. She started peaking right around this time last year and peaked into the tournament, and they ended up winning it all. So, look, at the end of the day, as an OU fan, you can't be upset where they ended up. I'm actually happy about it. I don't think they need the pressure of number 1 seeds. I think that's hard enough.
It's just weird, that Oklahoma won the regular season title and Texas won the SEC tournament title. Alabama didn't win neither one of them, but they got the number 1 seed. Just crazy to me.
I mean, well,
I guess they're going by that RPI stuff too, probably, right?
What's that?
They're probably looking into RPI shit too.
I would imagine that, and they're probably also looking at their overall, season conference record, including the tournament. I mean, I'm sure Alabama, when it came to the wins and losses, probably they might have finished first with regard to wins and losses. I have to take a look at it.
Longhorn forever said that A&M shouldn't have been given the number 1 seed so that lose again in the first round. They did shit the bed last year. They had number 1 overall seed and lost to Liberty.
Yeah.
So the Longhorn fever is right.
I have to agree with old Longhorn here, as much as it pains me sometimes.
So, Tam Law, please elaborate as to how it's rigged. We just explained to y'all why the SEC's get more bids. They've got 11 out of the last 13 or 11 out of the last 14 national title. That's not rigged. That's not biased. That's called earning your way. You got to earn your way to get that respect.
I mean, yeah, I think you got to, look, if you go look back at we just went through the winners of the last since 2013. It's been dominant with SEC teams, and it's a gauntlet just to get through the SEC. So to pretend.
There's a little look down the road. Let's check out what's going on though right now with Holly Rowe and the committee chair, Natalie Honan, who's got some answers for us.
Welcome in, Natalie. Big news this year, the NCAA softball
All right, let's
committee.
see how they just
seed 1 through 32 for the first time. How did that decision come about, and how does that impact the bracket?
For us, the parity within the sport has been great. And what we thought as administrators and committee members is if we were able to seed 50% of the bracket, it really would give us an opportunity to have an equitable competition and elevate the championship.
It really does look like a strong bracket. And I want to start with number 1 overall seed. I am always very curious how you come to that decision. Alabama gets the number 1 overall seed.
Earlier.
They're coming off a game they just lost in a head-to-head against
Explain why Alabama.
Tell me what went into the decision to give the Crimson Tide the nod.
Alabama over the season had 9 wins versus our top 9 seeded team. So for us, they had more than Texas. So we felt like they should have the nod there.
Yes, they did split their season series if you look at it that way. And, as we look at some of those hard decisions, we're talking about, 1 through 8 get an opportunity to host a super regional, 1 through 16 host a regional. 8 and 9 is a real conversation point. Tell me what went into UCLA versus Florida State, because Florida State beat UCLA head-to-head this year.
Yeah, and that was one that we kept coming back to a few times over the last 2 days. And for us, when you kept comparing the metrics, UCLA kept having the edge. They had better top 25 wins. So for us, UCLA gets the edge over Florida State.
This is kind of a mid-major love bracket. We are so excited for 3 mid-majors at-large bids. What went into those decisions?
Still way different
in the bracket.
Those programs did a great job of building their non-conference schedule to make it easier for us to look at their complete body of work and give them the nod with some of those final at-large bids.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate some of your explanations. And I have to say this, there were very few questions in our room. So I think you made our analysts and our experts happy with this bracket. So good job by all of you. Thank you for all of your hard work.
That's the committee's goal during this whole process.
Mission accomplished. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you, Holly, and the committee chair, Natalie Honan. They also gave us the last 4 in and the first 4 out of this year's tournament, and you see the RPI next to those names. The last 4 that got into the field of 64 and the 4 that just missed the cut. Patrick Murphy, the SEC's Coach of the Year, and for the second time in school history, the overall number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. He's with Holly on the other side.
The NCAA Softball Championship Selection Special is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
That's awesome.
I'm Chad. I work for...
All right, we're in commercial break, so we always mute the commercial break for those of you who are new in here, and there's a lot of you, to explain why we're talking, because some of you getting aggravated about it. But when we go to commercial break, we always put it on mute. We'll go back to the actual show itself when it comes back on after the commercial break. But yeah, I like her explanation, because I was sort of questioning it myself, but they said Alabama had a better record against their top 10.
That's what I was saying earlier.
So
came down to wins and losses. That's what I was saying earlier. I kind of had a feeling when you stacked it up side by side.
You actually did say that. You called it.
They, I mean, again, it makes sense to me. I didn't want Texas to get it because they're my rival, A
little sarcasm from Richard.
I didn't want Texas to get number 1. So if Texas, if Oklahoma's not going to get it, let the other Crimson Nation have it. And plus, Alabama deserved it. They had a great season.
Robert Neff said UCLA played Cal Baptist and hit 6 home runs. California hit 5. What a setup to keep hitting. I don't remember the brackets, but would UCLA possibly play Cal Fulton if both of them win? Are they in the same bracket?
I don't remember.
All I know is Fulton State did upset Oklahoma earlier this year, and they're a really good team. They've been good in the past, so I wouldn't sleep on Fulton State. Now, if you're going to get beat by Samford like Alabama did, that's a different story because Samford didn't even make the tournament.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we got a good record against the top 10, but we lose to those teams. It sounds like Pat Murphy's got the Kalen DeBoer disease. Because Kalen DeBoer, he'd go around beating the hell out of people in the top 10, and he'll lose to freaking Vanderbilt.
That's the way it goes. That is the way it goes, man.
And I'm fixing to post a comment in the comment section.
Sammy Burton's on fire.
This is what we really need y'all to do. I'm going to post on the screen. Please smash the like button and subscribe. It helps keep this free. Only takes 2 seconds.
We need that subscribe help, man. We're trying to get to that 10,000 threshold. We're getting closer and closer. So every subscription helps, man. We really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. It only takes a couple of seconds, and we appreciate it very much.
Yeah, Alabama was actually ranked 9th in the preseason poll. Juan Blairo. No one expected them to be this good this year. I certainly didn't. I'm here to Tuscaloosa.
You see the patch and you realize we did it.
You're right, David Moore. Everybody's 0-0 now. Just ask Texas A&M.
When I broke the record,
They're going to see some matter. Because Liberty bitch slapped their ass. They embarrassed them, man.
The last thing Jerry would want would be for me to fail because
Chuck
couldn't handle not being here.
We're gonna fix this. Like that's always my mentality.
What are they whining about?
You can do that in life. You can't always.
Let me know. Let me know.
What you were whining about.
Let me know so I can grill them, Chuck, because I'd like to know exactly what they're whining about. I ain't seen no whining here yet. I'm an Alabama guy, KillerBrees, Oklahoma guy. We have LSU people in here too.
Be sure to catch Game On, our journey to the NCAA Championship premieres Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Tennessee.
Well, welcome back into the NCAA selection
Got a bunch
show.
of
We've
people
got
here
all
tonight.
of the
Bunch
news
of
for
teams.
you.
Let me go ahead and give
Alabama,
y'all
the
some
number 1 overall
Valium,
seed, and
as
if the
KillerBrees
seeds
likes to
hold,
say.
they will get a date with
Little
LSU in a super regional. We want to take you to Tuscaloosa now and talk with the Tide head coach, Patrick Murphy.
He knows that Southern Sooner. They're desperate.
I saw the man. I can't look away. I saw it. I'm going to call it the Murph. We got the Murph going. What was your reaction when you heard the number 1 overall seed is coming to the Tide?
Oh, unbelievable. Happy Mother's Day to you and all the moms out there, especially the softball moms. It's an unbelievable honor. It's something that we treasure. It's a respect. Every single coach out there had an opportunity to coach a group like this year. They have been terrific.
You know, it's so interesting because in the preseason, you guys are picked to finish a little bit lower in the SEC. People aren't really believing in you. At what point did this team, Team 30, start believing in themselves?
Well, you know, number one, let's credit my assistant coaches, Lance McMahon, Caleb Rowe, Adam Arbor, and Ryan I. Murray. They have done a heck of a good job since we started way back in August.
You lost the series to Arkansas. You lost to Oklahoma. You lost to Alabama.
Practice, and
you guys had a weak year as reigning
national in November.
champion. That's
and
a
it was
fact.
one of the very, very last
You
practices.
saved face by winning the SEC tournament, but you got a long way to go, brother.
We could be
a long
really
way
good.
to go.
And then the preseason
I hope
rankings.
they play a hell of a lot better than they did during the
matter to
regular
us.
season.
We just played really, really well all season long, and I appreciate what
Yeah.
Michelle just said about the entire body of work, because we try to put together the
All we
most
got to do is start
we
comparing
under
the
all our
stuff that matters,
circumstances.
and you're
And I thought we
below
performed
us in every
almost
single one.
weekend throughout the whole year.
As you look at what's possible for this team in the NCAA tournament, I think you're the most talented in the country. You've got the hitting. You are breaking school records. You've got on pace for the school record in batting average. But you've also got 2 studs in the circle. Jocelyn Brisky was the SEC Pitcher of the Year, and Vic Moten, one of the top 10 Freshman of the Year candidates. And then you're stealing bases. How does this balanced team approach bode well for this tournament?
Well, I think, you know, Mike Candrea taught me.
We'll see.
After
What
my
has
very
Texas
first
won, by
year,
the way?
We got beat twice in regionals in 1999. We went to UCLA.
Remind me again, what has Texas won?
We got shut out twice, and I saw him recruiting that summer. And he said, "Well, how'd you go? How'd you do? What'd you think?"
Chuck,
I said,
remind me, what have y'all won?
And he said something to me that I still remember. He says, "You have to be."
Other than crying about having to play Ohio State at the
have
beginning of
9
the year,
of the
what did
same.
y'all win?
And at the time, my favorite thing in softball was a 3-run home run. And we
Remind
right
me.
after that, I got
'Cause I don't
Kelly
remember
Crutchman
y'all
in.
winning shit.
She could hit, she could steal, she could bunt. And we've tried to be very, very diversified offensively throughout the lineup ever since then.
Well, it has worked. One of the most balanced teams in the country. Coach Patrick Murphy, we thank you, and thanks for blessing America with your dance skills on this special day.
Don't worry.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you very much, Holly. Thanks, Coach. We are on the road to the Women's College World Series. We've got one more hour of coverage coming your way.
Yes.
Megan Grant is going to be chatting with Holly. Carlin Pickens, Maya Johnson, all coming up on the 7 Innings show. And you're going to get one more hour of all of us and maybe another look
Keep with
at
us.
the Murph.
No, y'all not going to get another hour.
On the road to the Women's College World Series. Stick with us.
Now you're going to get another hour of us. Because they had their say. They can just
Texas just won the SEC clown. Oh, yeah. You won the – okay.
Even the Texas long turd, I couldn't even hear Pat Murphy.
You won the SEC tournament and last year's softball national championship.
Damn Oklahoma
Besides
Sooners
the fact
and
that
Texas
you lost
Longhorns,
2
man.
against Oklahoma in our
Oklahoma
4-year
and
run.
Texas Longhorn people just take over.
Yeah, we're crybabies, but you're the one in here bitching since the minute you got in here. Nobody's paying attention, Chuck. You're the one that is here. This is what they do, by the way. This is the thing that they do. They come in. He's been pissing and moaning about Oklahoma since the second he came in here, but we're the crybabies. Chuck, you're a clown, man. You're a clown. I'm going to guess that you are a kid because that's kind of how you're acting. So I'm guessing you're a kid.
So
I thought it would be either Alabama or Texas. That's what I thought. I mean, excuse me. I thought it would be
the only
Alabama.
problem I have with a lot of the arguments that were going on was the fact that if you can't win the debate in the sport we're talking about, you go to another sport that you want in. And we ain't talking about football tonight. We're talking about softball.
But even if we are talking about football, what the hell have they done? They've got, what do they got? 3 national championships? Maybe they have 4. That, you know, outside of a couple of years in the late 60s and a couple of years in the early 2000s, Texas sucks.
Texas just they're not a blue blood yet.
They're not a blue blood. They're not even close.
That's why Chuck is saying he wants to leave. He says, later, suckers. But, you know, Chuck, one day y'all will be a blue blood. Right now, you're not. See,
actually,
Alabama
I don't think they'll ever get there.
Alabama and Oklahoma are even higher than blue bloods. They're gold bloods, Chuck. So when you get to 5 national titles, then you can say you're a blue blood.
Chuck's the reason why Texas fans get such a bad rap. You know, because the sad thing is, I got a couple of really good friends that are Texas fans, and they're cool as shit.
Chuck Hawley.
Chuck is the reason why Texas fans are so hated.
Chuck Hawley. I want to address Chuck Hawley real quick. We're not talking to you, Chuck Hawley. We're talking to Chuck Schlaybob or Schlong Daddy, whatever his last name is. Chuck Schlong in the mouth. I can't pronounce his last name because he probably misspelled his own last name.
And if you know so much about softball, Chuck, why don't you come enlighten us with your brilliance? I guarantee you, Chuck don't know shit. We weren't actually talking to you, big boy. But if you want to enlighten us. Who's crying about? All y'all cried about all year long was playing Ohio State. We shouldn't have had to play Ohio State. That shouldn't have counted against us. We lost to Ohio State, but we had to play such a hard team. Oh my God, that wasn't fair. We're not going to play hard teams anymore in the beginning of the year if that's what's going to happen. If you're going to count it against us, what are you talking about? That's all we heard all year long.
That's not what done it, man. That's not what got Texas kicked out of the playoffs. Y'all lost to a 4-8 team. Y'all lost to Florida, man, and they 4-8. That's what got you kicked out of the tournament, man. You lost to a 4-8 team.
Nebraska is a blue blood. 100% Nebraska is a blue blood.
Yes, but Nebraska is a blue blood. Texas is not quite a blue blood yet. I'm just telling you honestly. I'm not trolling you. I'm just telling you by the numbers. Texas is not a blue blood in any sport except for swimming. You know, we'll let y'all have swimming all day long.
They actually, I'll give them baseball. They're one of the blue bloods in baseball. I'll give them that. But that's it.
Well, let's face it. Softball has surpassed baseball in popularity.
I mean,
in college sports.
Certainly seems like it.
Just saying.
It certainly seems like it. It's a hell of a lot more fun to watch, and I love college baseball.
Y'all want to hear this shit or not?
Mullins, along with our cast of
Y'all want to
characters,
hear
Jess
these
Mendoza,
women
Amanda
talking?
Scarborough, Michelle Smith, Holly
Let's
Rowe
see
is
what they have to
also with
say.
us. You guys have also been always been a part of this big day in your college career. So we'll start with you, Amanda. What is this like now for the players, for the teams, as they get ready to go?
Well, I love the anticipation of just sitting there waiting for your name to be called. You're nervous, you're really excited, but honestly, you're just so happy to not be playing somebody from your conference. You get to see 3 different names of like, okay, I haven't seen them for, I don't know, my entire college career. So you get to play new teams that maybe you haven't played before.
Exactly.
I love that part
Roy,
of it.
that's
I'm
what I was
actually
telling
impressed
him. He
with the
brought
way
up
that,
football.
they look on camera when they
Not
know
me.
that their name is being
Chucky
called,
boy.
and they've got great hairdos.
He can't spell his
they're
own
doing
last
the worm,
name.
They're doing the
He brought
moonwalk.
it up.
But seriously, you
brought
know,
up
the
football
Selection
'cause
Sunday is just
KillerBrees
amazing
was
because all
grilling
these
his
young
ass in
women, they're
softball.
starting to live their dream. It's just now starting.
It's a
and they'll
softball chat.
You guys,
That's
I
what it's
remember looking
supposed to
back,
be.
and we found out we were hosting for the first time in school
But
history.
if he wants
It
to
was
talk
on the tape for the
nonsense,
first time, but it
I'm
all
gonna
started
address
with
it.
that
No, it's
selection
not.
show. And I remember as soon
It's
as we
not a
found out we
softball
were
channel.
hosting,
It's
we're
a
like, we're
all
gonna do
sports
this. We're gonna
channel,
go.
Chucky boy.
It was emotional, and that's what you see.
Why don't
those
you go get
reactions.
your other
That's what
Chuck and y'all
Selection
give each other a
Sunday's all
reach
about. It's
around?
kicking off this postseason, find out
Y'all,
where you're gonna
y'all
It's
can
also
chuck
about
something
getting to
then,
work, right? Because these coaching staffs
No,
now, boy,
69
they're all
pacifier
trying
action.
not to think too far in advance.
By the way, I would imagine if I wasn't a blue blood, I wouldn't think it
So
mattered
much
either.
information out there. That's one of the things we've talked about all season
Appreciate that,
with
Toy.
the offensive onslaught
Toya,
numbers that we've
Toya
seen
toe
and the
palm. I
stress that
appreciate
it
the
puts
hell out
on
of that.
pitching staffs and how you handle your lineups now over the
We
course
do
of
all
3 days
sports,
double
though.
elimination.
Well, there's 2 things there.
We
One
just got to
is your
doing
light
softball
clean.
this
So
year.
for a lot of hitters, you know, they've been mentally grinding. A lot of conferences, they're like, get me out. And all of a sudden, you're at 0. So now you get to start over. But also, this is why you've put in the work, is because now it's time to go do it. You don't need to keep watching the film, going over your swing. Now, just go do it.
Yeah.
Well, and coaches have figured out who follows who best in the game. Like, who's my best starter? Who's my best bridge pitcher? Who's going to be my best closer? And we've seen a lot of aces that are closing games in those high leverage moments, a way that our game has shifted. But these coaches just know their pitchers so well. They're going to be prepared for these offenses, even though it is an offensive game right now.
And I think it's important for coaches to remind their athletes that it's really about execution. It's the
You
same
know
game,
what?
right? You still
Let's play
hit
a
the ball
song for the
and
two
run 60
Chucks
feet, but it's
who
execution
nobody gives a
and
fuck
fundamentals, and
about
fundamentals
in the
drive the
first
game.
place.
If you do them at a high
Sorry,
level,
y'all made
then
me
you're really
cuss.
elite.
And for the
The
field,
first
the teams
F-bomb
that are
will
in,
drop.
some of them are way up here. Some of them aren't feeling real well because they thought they were going to be a host. They thought they would have a better place to be. And you've got to bring everybody back here to the middle. Consistency, even keeled.
I don't know if I should
Because
play a
you've got to
song or
win
not.
if
People
you
are complaining
stay in
they
the
want to
winner's
hear these
bracket.
ladies
Yeah, I would
talk.
wait till the
I'll
commercial.
To move on to the Super Regionals. All right, we've seen the field, we've seen the bracket. Let's talk about some of the key storylines throughout this year's tournament. Alabama earning the overall #1 seed for the second time. In 2010, by the way, they did not get out of the Supers to get to the World Series.
Please shut the hell out of that.
The
Jinx the
defending
shit out of it.
champs, they like to say they're attacking another championship. They are the national #2 seed. And Oklahoma, who had won 4 in a row prior to last year, they get the #3 seed. How about last year's runner-up, the Red Raiders? They do not get a top 8 seed this year. So they have to play at home in a regional.
And
If
they
win that,
crumbled
they have to go
as the
back
year went
on
on.
the road. And this time they would have to face the Florida Gators. They went to FSU last year and won on the road. And for the SEC, boy, another huge selection Sunday for them. 9 teams host, and there is a chance, guys, that 6 SEC teams would host Super Regionals if they win opening weekend. So that's 6 of the 8 that could be in the driver's seat to get back to OKC. How about welcome to the party for 5 first-timers? Akron, Cal Baptist, who just went D1 about 5-6 years ago, Idaho State, South Dakota, and Wagner out of the NEC. Those are your 5 schools, those 5 programs that will enjoy this experience for the first time. All right, so there's been all kinds of talk. We'll start right at the top. Alabama, the overall number one seed. The 8-9 situation with UCLA and with Florida State. Smitty, let's start out with you. Your impressions about what you think was really good and what may have been something that you know is going to get a lot of conversation.
Well, I think the thing that resonated with me and what the committee members said was how a team challenged themselves. I use that specifically. Non-conference scheduling, it matters. You've got to play a tough schedule.
Said he found another channel without the bozo, so Roy's gone.
As far as like the 8-9 when it comes to Florida State.
See ya. Don't let the door hit you in your weak ass on the way out.
And sometimes, you know, it might come down to geography and where they need to have certain hosting sites. But I'm overall very happy with the field. I think it's great. I think 17 through 32 seeding them made a big difference this year.
Yeah, by the way, 1 through 32 is not a true S curve. It's very close, very close. There is a limited movement, just 1 or 2 spots on that line, but it is very close.
Yes, FSU made it as a 9
We know there are going to be some fired up teams that they didn't get a top 16 national seed, like Stanford going to Oklahoma State. They're going to be ready to play and beat them and say, hey, we should have been a top 16.
By the way, we still have
I feel like
basically
there's
600 people
Arizona
in
State,
here.
Virginia Tech are 2 of the hottest
470 on
teams.
YouTube
Texas A&M,
130 or 40 on
LSU, and that's where I really think that you can see that
Appreciate y'all joining
20
us.
bucket come into play with LSU, the 16 seed, A&M, the 15, and those are going to be such close matchups with all the metrics and done.
I don't think we've ever had a bracket that we haven't been fired up. Like, are you kidding
That's
me? You're
another
sending
good
this team
thing.
there. I mean,
They
we're
missed
always,
it, yeah.
you know, Holly
Appreciate
talked
that,
about it when
April.
she was talking to Natalie Herron. It's like normally we're firing at them. Come on, guys, you got this wrong. They really did a great job, and I do think the seeding is a huge part of it. It's very balanced. You get excited about certain regionals, but you're not saying, hey, this is messed up. The 8-9 thing, that's hard, right? Because they played each other early in the year. I get strength of schedule, but I'll tell you what, UCLA, Florida State, that one matters so much because you are home all the way through to the Women's College World Series if you win.
The other thing, too, with the offenses being so good, with so many power hitters around the country, you're one swing away from a massive upset at any one of these spots. And,
they're coming.
And that's going to be a lot of fun to see how it plays out. So let's talk about some of the regional matchups. We'll start out with you, Amanda, and take a look around what you think is of intrigue.
There are going to be a lot of good matchups, but I was looking at Duke, and if Arizona advances and Duke advances, Duke and Arizona are going to play each other, and these are 2 really high-scoring offenses, with Arizona leading them with Grace Jenkins and then Sydney Stewart, the Big 12 Player of the Year. And then Duke, I mean, both of these teams can outslug each other. A lot of their wins have come from outscoring opponents because of all the offense that we've seen. And Arizona, remember early on, they beat Oklahoma. So that's a badge of honor in our game right now, and he went against Oklahoma. But Duke with Jess Oakland and Tyrena Jones and Amina Vega, I mean, this could be a very high-scoring game, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, by the way. Marissa Young gets to coach with her daughter this weekend in the regionals for the Duke Blue Devils. All right, Smitty, what are you looking for?
I'm really interested in seeing the Virginia Tech
Me too,
LSU
boys.
matchup. I think that matchup is.
I'm an
gonna be
Alabama
outstanding.
fan,
Virginia
boys.
Tech is playing very
I
well.
hope Vic Moten is
And,
okay.
you know, this is a team that can swing it. They have walked 70 times more than they've struck out. They've stolen 51 bases, a 350-plus team batting average. And obviously a lot of home runs as well. They also have some really good arms in the circle. And then, of course, LSU, they had Jaden Heavner, who is effectively wild, a great rise ball, Peyton Monticelli. And then they have the Edwards, right? They have Tori Edwards, and they have Kylie Edwards, number 67. So, yeah.
Oh, boy. I can't see her right now. You just missed God. The bracket, we've got to do it again.
Go ahead. Oh, geez,
number 67.
Jess, how about you?
I get excited about Arizona State out at A&M. I mean, let's be real. Kinsey Brown against Texas Tech. And first of all, she had 16 Ks and 14 innings pitched, including 9 strikeouts. We talked so much about this Tech lineup. I have not seen her so good all season long. She played against Texas Tech, obviously, throughout the regular season, did not look as sharp. She was nails to be able to get that Big 12 championship. So her going into A&M, I think it's going to be very exciting to see for her to become the star that she's really deserved throughout the season.
Yep, and I know Texas A&M is hoping to erase the memory of last year's regional loss at home. So that could be something to keep an eye on as well. They've been battle tested throughout the season in the SEC. Well, of course, we have to talk about the biggest story in college softball all year long, and that has been the home run chase. And Megan Grant did it, caught and passed
Fort Fields.
Laura Espinoza with home runs number 37 and 38. She hit that one off of Jordy Fromm at the Big Ten tournament in the championship game. And so she has set a new single record. And now, of course, the record is on to see who will set it at the end of the season, because Kendall Wells of Oklahoma is a couple behind, and her teammate Jordan Woolery is also right there with her at 30 plus. And just incredible what Megan Grant has been able to do and catch a record, guys, that has lasted for 31 years from Laura Espinoza.
Well, going back to 1995, you guys, I mean, the ERAs were, like half of what they are. I mean, it's unbelievable to think of where offense has come. The fact that 31-year-old record. And by the way, we were talking Kendall Wells. This was her record to break. And then here comes Megan Grant. I mean, you think about the home runs that she's hit in the last 3 weeks to make herself that clean, break the record, but it's still going. I mean, we still have a lot of softball left to be played. For Kendall Wells and her teammate Jordan Woolery, this is going to keep going.
Well, that's what stood out to me, is just how quickly she got there. Usually you'll sit on a record and we wait, there's a long game span, right? Where a hitter is maybe in their head, they're not getting pitched to, whatever it is. But with Jordan Woolery hitting behind Megan Grant, it's like they have to pitch to her. And Megan Grant stayed composed, her routine, consistent, confident. And you saw her just break that record very quickly. But Michelle, this is, I mean, we're talking Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery and UCLA with all their home runs, but you could be talking about offense with any of these teams going into the postseason.
Yes, let me pull the knife out of my heart as a pitcher and talk about offense. But okay, there's been over 1,700 more home runs hit this year. I mean, it is off the charts. So it's interesting, but pitchers have to figure out how to get outs in general, not just keep the ball in the park, but how to get outs, how to use their defense more effectively, how to pitch from ahead and not from behind. This has been an offensive year. It will continue to be that way in the postseason. And Megan Grant, one other thing, how about winning a national championship with the basketball team, right? Was with the team in the fall, and here she is swinging the bat like she has. I love to see what she's doing for women's sports.
Well, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this with the offenses, but how fast hitters are being able to get on pitchers. I go back to the SEC tournament. Robin Herron was on a roll. She had struck out 6, and then boom, Alabama's offense strike. We've seen that all across the country with 7 different teams hitting over 100 home runs. These offensive adjustments are happening so quickly in a game.
We are on pace to set new records across Division I for runs and for batting average and for home runs, which also means that the ERA for the pitchers higher than it has ever been in the past. So that's going to be the challenge, keeping the ball in the yard or hitting out 6 or 7 in somebody's ballpark to win a game and advance. Holly Rowe is also with us today, and Holly's got a guest with her.
Well, this is going to be my favorite part coming up, Beth, because we've got the home run hitter herself, Megan Grant. We are also going to talk to the number 1 pick in the AUSL draft, Carlin Pickens, about her team in Tennessee, what they can do to win a national championship. And we have the very inspirational Maya Johnson coming up as well from Belmont. So stick around. When we come back, we'll talk to the players.
7 Innings Live is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Capital One needs to sponsor me. I need a Capital One sponsorship.
I'll tell you what, if I was a Texas fan, I'd be a little concerned about the fact that you're trying to bring Will Muschamp is the answer to your problems. Really? It's not the fact that your offense statistically has gotten worse over the last 3 years, every year. Your defensive coordinator was one of the good things you had going. And your dumbass head coach fires him and brings back Will Muschamp. This dude hasn't.
See how you can get away with it, man. It'd be like I said, man. It'd be like having the 3-point line to free throw line in basketball or some shit. I just don't get it. Why they can get away with doing that shit.
Yeah,
I don't understand it at all, man. That's just beyond me, man.
It seems bizarre. But the season's not over yet. There's still a lot of games left to be played.
Once again, David McCook, I'd like to thank you. I don't know if you can hear me because the women were talking. I'm trying not to talk over them because people are getting mad in here. The majority don't want us talking over them. But I appreciate the $10 donation.
Oh, here we go with the home field advantage in Oklahoma City. Yeah, that's why Nebraska keeps winning national championships in baseball every year. Oh, they never do. Please, quit crying about that, man. It's so weak. And I guess Kentucky should be winning the SEC tournament every year because it's been in Lexington for a
So let me
while.
ask you this:
It
if
makes
home
no
field,
sense.
if home field advantage matters, just like you said, Kentucky would have won. Also, if home field matters that much, then why did Arkansas go to Texas and win 2 out of 3? Just curious.
They just forget about that stuff. They don't
How
want to
did
talk
that
about
happen?
those things.
If home field matters that much, how did the Pigs go in there and basically just bend y'all over, man? 2 out of 3 times.
Oh, and by the way, Oklahoma beat them at home too. Let's not forget about that.
Oklahoma beat them in Austin.
Yes.
See, man, they played y'all in Austin and you still lost 2 out of 3. And then, old girl wins the softball Heisman because she wins y'all win 1 game out of 3 and she's able to sling a bat down in such a manner that if she was in college baseball or Major League Baseball, her teammate on the next at bat probably would have got hit in the head with a ball because it's stupid to throw the bats down to me. That's stupid. I mean, Alabama may do it too. I don't know.
Well,
and if they do, I think it's stupid.
What's dumb about it is just the way that the national media fawns over it so much. I mean, again, they gave Katie Stewart the SEC Player of the Year. Just the amount of errors she had at first base alone should have held her out of that. I don't, but that's how it always goes. But that's what also makes it so funny about them always underachieving. Again, there's not a more underachieving program when it comes to football, if you want to get down to it, or sports in general, than Texas. They have all the money, they got all the resources with all the recruits, and yet they don't win jack shit, dude. I mean, again, baseball is the only sport where they are a blue blood. They've won a bunch of national championships. They were good over multiple periods, long periods of time, multiple decades. That's the only one, though. That's it. But it's partly not even their fault. The national media wants them to be good so bad that they constantly hype them up. Constantly. I mean, last year was your first year as a preseason #1 in football. How did that go? And that's the story of your football life outside of the last few years of the 60s and maybe the 1970 and 2005. That's it. And then I guess give them 2008 when Alabama, when y'all beat them in the national championship, they'll cry about the whole Colt McCoy. Oh, Colt McCoy wasn't in the game. We would have won if Colt McCoy was in the game. But you didn't. So I give you 2005, I give you 2008, or was that 2009? I give you those 2 years and the last 3 years of the 60s and 1970. Outside of that, what have you done? Now, again, I got some really good friends that are Texas. I mean, my family, I lived in Austin for 13 years. My family still lives in Austin. They're not all like that, but these oblivious Texas fans, y'all are the ones that give it a bad. Y'all are the fair weather fans that don't know shit. You come in here and start running your mouth about things that ain't true, and you give the real Texas fans a bad rap.
Being one of them, and a possibility there of an all-SEC matchup in the Super. But Carlin Pickens certainly one of the top pitchers in the country, twice the SEC's Pitcher of the Year. And even though the ERAs may be a little bit higher than we're used to, this time of year, you got an ace in the circle, you got a hot hand that can make all the difference in the world, guys.
Yeah, and I think the one thing to really focus on is that you do play this game one pitch at a time, and throwing from ahead has always been the key. And as coaches, we talk about it all the time. But when you throw from ahead, batting average against in general is a little bit over 200. When you throw from behind, batting average against rises up to 350. So when coaches are saying work from ahead, throw first pitch strikes, they're saying it because it truly does matter.
All right, what do you think, Amanda? Who intrigues you out there of some of the other arms? Oh, she's got a whole list ready to go.
I've got a list here because all of these are senior pitchers that we're not all going to see at the Women's College World Series. Nyjah Kennedy, Ruby Malin, Jordy Fromm, Maya Johnson, Lindsey Grine, Carlin Pickens, Kinsey Brown, Paige Gould. These are stars in our sport that we've seen grow up over the course of the past 4 years, and we've grown up with them too. The sport has grown with them, and they're all seniors, and some of their seasons are going to get ended in regionals or supers. They might not make it to the Women's College World Series, and that's just tough to think about with all those good names.
Well, you're talking about pitchers. How about the pitch of the year, which has been the changeup? And when we're talking about these bats, a lot of times you're thinking about, rise versus drop, trying to miss barrels. That's not working. You can hit it off the end of the bat and hit it out. So the biggest goal now is to get these effective off-speed pitches. When you get a good changeup that is deceptive, now that's when we're seeing pitchers be able to find that success. In fact,
I'm
Team
gonna put this on mute for a second
her changeup percentage
to address some of the comments in here.
to beat one of the best offenses in Alabama.
0715 says Texas did not matter until NIL and still haven't except for
national
the
championships and the championship series. So certainly after the
Matt Norman says worst thing I've seen was UCLA versus Oregon in a super. Well, they matched up a bunch of SEC teams in supers too, so it ain't just a Big Ten thing. It's they did it to the SEC too, but we got so many teams in there, so
makes you make a quicker decision, and therefore you probably chase the rise ball when it's up in the zone. And
where did it go?
There it is. It's not throwing every pitch for a strike.
Tammy Burton has her badge. She's deputized. Y'all want to be an Outlaw posse and get a badge like Tammy?
It's dirty. If you're seeing 58, and you're right.
You get a random full horseman shout out on the podcast as well as possibly the comment of the day. And you can also give us movie clip ideas and music clip ideas. As Tammy just called for shots, we're going to have to give y'all a shot.
10 to 15 miles an hour faster than what it actually
is. Here's y'all shot. Y'all ready? Whatever you got, bottled water, Kool-Aid, Milo's tea, Patron, Miller Lite, whatever you got. Take it.
Games and
There it
also
is.
give a completely
Shot of
different
the
look
day.
than what you've seen from Nyjah Kennedy, who we've seen in 3 Women's College World Series. They know teams know her.
Texas
But you bring in
Tech
Caitlin
bio.
Terry, it's a completely different
Texas
look from the
Tech just
left-hand
getting
side.
screwed every
So
which
she
way
did
it
pick up
leaves,
to
huh?
have her to add some depth. And Sam Lincoln as well, another left-handed pitcher down.
And of course, got to have a very short-term memory, don't you? When you guys are in that circle, especially if the home run balls continue in the postseason like they have during the regular season. Some big arms to keep an eye on. They are hungry to shut down some of these heavy hitters. Speaking of heavy hitters, Mendoza's getting ready to talk about the big boppers.
We're going to take batting practice next.
And what a freshman season it's been for Kendall Wells at Oklahoma.
All right, while they're in commercial break, we go to you again. Chris K. Raw says the SEC tournament means more than the regular season. No, I don't agree with that. If you're saying that I don't know if you're saying that or if you're asking a question. To win a regular season title to me means more because you do it over the course of an entire season. Whereas with the SEC tournament, it's one and done, and you can get just lucky and get hot for 3 or 4 games and win the title. And it's obvious. I mean, Texas won it, and Texas got beat 2 out of 3 by Oklahoma and got beat 2 out of 3 by Alabama until they won that game. Now it's 2-2. So the tournament title don't mean as much to me, and it shouldn't be the automatic bid, in my opinion. I think it's stupid. What do y'all think in the comment section? Regular season title means more or tournament title? If you say tournament title and you're a Texas fan, you're automatically disqualified because that's biased.
Well, think about this. How many games do you have to win the SEC tournament versus how many games do you have to win the regular season? It's
just a no-brainer.
It's not. I was about to say, it's not even really close.
Tournament title does not matter more. Just like KillerBrees just said, John Carroll or Joe Carroll. It looks like you forgot to spell your first name right. But I'll call you John Carroll because it looks like that. But John Carroll, the tournament title doesn't mean more. It only means more because the NCAA made it mean more and sort of brainwashed y'all into that because they give an automatic birth to the shit. An automatic berth should actually go to the regular season champion. So technically, you might be right by the fact that it has an automatic berth riding on it, but it shouldn't be there. That's my whole point.
I agree. I mean, again, it's not to say that I was just that to this point, it is an accomplishment. We're not saying that it doesn't mean anything. It definitely means something.
It does. I'm just saying that the people that are coming in here, VS Cotting, that are coming in here saying, well, we won the tournament, so ours matters more. They're the ones that saying it matters more. And I'm just telling them why I do not think it matters more.
Agreed.
By the way, if y'all smash the like button and the subscribe button, it's absolutely free. And it helps this channel out, especially subscribing. It gets the party bigger and more crunk. And then y'all can be here for us during football season, because we're not just a softball channel. It may appear like that when you first come in here and you see a bunch of our videos, but we're actually more football than we are softball. Let me give y'all some volume.
To advance. Of course, one of the big stories all season long has been the power hitters, the home run hitters, and what an incredible season it has been for Kendall Wells and the Sooners, chasing a team home run record and also the individual single season home run record. And for Kendall Wells, as she chases history, she makes a splash both on and off the field in Norman.
Your mindset has a lot to do with how you're doing at the plate. So you'll see me do the same thing every time I get out of the box. I like to do a check swing, take my deep breath, just kind of reset, relax. I literally get in the box, I think, hit strikes hard.
Absolutely annihilated.
We've never seen anything like Kendall Wells before. They're video game numbers. It's absolutely insane.
I'm competitive. I like to be pushed. We were pushed immediately off the bat. I was pushed by other hitters.
She would always come to camps with the other freshmen, and she's hitting balls out of the stadium. And I knew she could
Sort
hit
of
it
making
far,
yourself
but
look
that
stupid,
was
man.
just jaw-dropping.
I came in, I wanted to start as a freshman. If you would have told me in the fall that I would be doing this now, I would have not believed you.
The fantastic, phenomenal freshman.
Oh my gosh.
What did you think the first time you saw Kendall Wells play?
Wow factor, just strong as any freshman I've ever seen. Allo and Chamberlain were elite freshmen, but I have to say that Kendall is just at a different level. She came in with a strength and body awareness that I've never seen before.
Can you understand it? Sounds like you're asking a question of yourself.
As she sets a new NCAA freshman home run record with number 31.
I had no idea, and neither did Coach. I literally get to home plate, and my teammates are smacking my head. I'm like, Abby, what's going on?
Wow, that is the definition of a ball.
Has Jossie given you permission to break her record?
She's not giving me permission, but she has texted me and told me to keep killing it. So. I don't try to think much about the records, honestly.
There's a bunch of Texas people in here.
From history.
I do think it would be super cool. But win a national championship with my team, I think is the overall goal.
Are you blind? Jeez, I'm an Alabama fan, so I ain't got a dog in
And
the
the
fight.
Sooners will certainly be in the chase for that national championship as the overall number 3 seed. There are also some pretty good home run hitters out on the West Coast, and Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery, and the numbers that they have been putting up for the UCLA Bruins. And this home run chase has been so much fun. For a lot of the year, it was Kendall Wells out in front before Megan Grant ends up breaking the record at the Big Ten tournament.
Because this is incredible. I mean, you see one hitter maybe every few years get to 30, then get over that. And then the fact that Kendall Wells, and by the way, how innocent is she? Just like, I didn't even know I'm breaking records. And she's genuine about it. In the fall, she had no idea she was going to be this kind of player. That's why she worked so hard. And then here comes Megan Gratt and Jordan Woolery all in the same season.
Well, and the fact that Kendall Wells catches, so she's catching just about every game for Oklahoma and handling a pitching staff that can be really young. I mean, Audrey Lowry is a sophomore. They also
Though you won the regular season, so what? We won from so what?
A young
Now see what
pitching
happens.
staff, a young battery.
Well,
and she's
y'all are
still
the
hitting
ones
these
that
home
come
runs
in
deep
here.
into the
You're not the
season
only
despite
Texas fan in
catching
here, so don't say
almost
you're in here
every
by
game
yourself
for
because you're not.
Oklahoma. So she not only does
Y'all
it
the
at
ones
plate,
coming
but
here
she's
saying
a
that
solid defender back
the
behind plate, too.
tournament
Yeah,
title
what I think
matters
is
more.
impressive is that she hits
And
her
it
home
don't.
runs to
It
all
actually
field.
means
She
less
has
to me.
power, so her pool is 14
So
home runs.
I don't
to
know what you're
center
trying to say
and
here,
to right
man.
field,
And another
11
guy
home
that was
runs
in here
deep.
earlier was
There's
saying
nowhere
that
to
y'all
hide in the strike
knee
zone.
jerk,
And
the
I've
committee
also
knee
seen her
jerk
hit
the
changeups
seeding
out as well. So you have to make
because
sure you do not miss the middle of
the
the plate. And for
SEC
Megan
tournament
Grant, I
title
love
didn't
that she
matter. They
set the
knee jerked the
record.
seeding. How would that be? If they knee jerked the seeding, then they would have put Texas number one, right? I don't get it. What do you think?
I think somebody shit in Chico's breakfast burrito, and he's just got a bad attitude. It's just typical of a Cooley Austin, oblivious Texas fan that lives in fantasy land
Who
instead of
wants to know what's going on? Yeah, we'll see what happens. Y'all stay again. Y'all keep bringing up that shit about it being in Oklahoma City, man. Technically,
we just beat you in your city.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, y'all keep bringing that shit up when y'all got beat in Austin 2 out of 3, not just by Oklahoma, but by Arkansas.
You're saying like, what? Let's see what happens in your state. Like it's expected that we're only going to win because it's in our state. When we just went down to your state and beat you in your backyard. But you forget about that, right? Because the SEC tournament means more than that.
He wants to come on live. You want him on here live?
You know, man. Listen. As long as he doesn't act like a dumbass, sure. It's not like I'm worried about it. But if he acts like a dumbass,
if you don't hear dropping all sorts of crazy compound cuss words and start racial slurring, I'm going to boot your ass. Just so you know. Just don't get on here acting stupid. Because I will grill your ass. I'm an Alabama fan, so you can't say I'm being biased towards the Sooners. Just saying. Y'all won 1 national title in softball, and y'all think y'all done something. How many national titles has Oklahoma won? What, 9? 10? Man, you come to bat, man, with a short bat. I mean, y'all look like, I don't know, man. That's just crazy. Man, I'm an Alabama fan. I don't understand it.
he's saying no cuss words, so.
You can cuss, just don't throw out the compound cuss words and sexual overtures. I know you long turds, y'all like to talk that good
It's not.
shit.
This isn't about getting personal. It ain't nothing like that. It's about the subject matter. You want to talk about the softball. You want to talk about. We'd rather keep it to softball because that's what the whole show is about today.
NCAA right now because you're feeding off of your basketball
personal,
and now you're trying
Here
to
you
get
go.
another ring in.
Right here,
Absolutely.
A-Tex.
The momentum is just on the ups, and beach
A-Tex.
volleyball also won a national championship. We just keep
Right
up
here.
with all the historic
Here it
UCLA
comes for you.
programs all around.
There it is.
And, it's just great just being able to learn from them.
There you go,
Blessed with that
Puddin'.
opportunity by
Hit
God.
that link.
I can't thank him enough.
Hit that
for
link,
allowing
Puddin'.
me to meet such amazing
Come on
people.
in. Come on
and learn
down,
just
as Bob Barker
everything
used to
I
say.
know now. Little
We're
tokens.
not going to get personal.
Okay, so Megan Grant,
Unless
will
you
you
do.
want to end the season
No,
as
I'm
the
not.
home
That's what I'm saying. If he starts that shit, I'm just going to. I'm
want
booting
to end
his
the
ass.
season with the national championship? Which one do you choose?
Don't sing it, bring it. There's the link. There's the
I
link
would
right there, buddy.
Give all the home runs back just to win a natty.
Don't
Honestly.
come in here wetting your diaper now.
To
You
win that
can't
with my
take it.
team
Don't
would be
come
the
in here
most special
rashing
thing,
up on me
and
now. I don't have to
to go
damn
out
change your
with our
diaper.
seniors and just this team in general, like there's nothing better than that.
Waiting.
Okay, well, why not do
Tick-tock goes
both?
the
I'm
clock, bitch. Hit that damn link, man. I won't let you
Megan
down.
Grant, congratulations.
Here, hey, let me give you a song real
On a
quick.
fantastic year. It is not done.
Let me give you a
yet.
song real
Thank
quick,
you.
buddy. This is text. Put me a link in here. I'm going to come in here and tell y'all. Come on in here, man. I put the link in there, man. What are you waiting on, man? You got to ask your wife for permission or your boyfriend. I don't know which way you swing.
I just said we're not going to get personal.
But I'm getting personal before he gets in here.
All right. Come on, ATX. Now, you said coming in here, talking to us about softball. Again, I don't know why you're doing this to yourself because you got one thing to stand on, and I'm going to have about...
I'll be quiet when he comes in here so I won't get personal.
I'm going to have arm loads full of ammunition, and you're going to have like one bullet.
I do tend to get personal sometimes. And I don't mean to.
No, I do too. Listen, I do too. That's what I'm saying. We're not doing that. This isn't what it's about. I don't want it to turn into that. So, but if he wants to talk about softball, fine. Let's talk about it.
He got scared and left.
Speaking of Florida State, by the way, Issa Torres, who plays for Florida State, is very much a candidate for Player of the Year. She's awesome. She's pretty amazing.
Points away from the all-time batting average because also she's hitting .541.
Issa Torres doing some special things. She was chasing that single season record for batting average for a long time this year.
How about the explosion
Chico,
of power for Issa Torres? 16 home runs.
Yeah.
Did we ever think that Issa Torres would
Hey,
be hitting
Bird
16
needs to join
home runs?
us.
But that's what she's done.
Come on, Queen Bee.
500, chasing that single season batting average record as well.
Really good shortstop. How about the versatility of a young lady who had to play shortstop a little bit last year, has found a home at first base and in the batter's box?
Yes, she is back down. I'm going to give her a pitch right here.
Oh, you gave her a cookie.
I did. I gave her a cookie.
Oh, you didn't.
She hits buildings, Smitty. You got to be careful.
And she has hit 25 home runs. She broke the record of her teammate, Reese Atwood, who is the catcher for Texas. And Katie Stewart, she can swing it. She can actually
There it
throw the
is.
bat almost as far as she hits a softball.
I don't know if you're prepping or getting your makeup done before you come in here, but hurry the hell up, man. I got all day.
Back throw on the walk-off against Oklahoma. So much power. I love seeing what she's doing. She's changed her swing a little bit. Aaron Earlywine worked with her to flatten out her bat approach, and she is hitting that pitch up in the
Another power hitter with over a 400
Very
batting
overrated.
that we're seeing go hand in
Katie
hand.
Stewart
hand in
might
hand.
be
She's
the
breaking
most
records in
overrated
walk-off. She's
player
also
in the league.
consistent with the base hits and the RBIs.
Yeah, she found her stride again at the SEC tournament, and Katie Stewart is one to watch. All right, we got one more big old record breaker to talk about, Amanda.
There it
You know
is.
what this list is missing?
Oh,
But you have to
a
click
pitcher.
on the
Oh,
comment
here we go.
section.
But I will give it to you, Jeff. She can swing it too.
Yes, she can. Yes,
You
she
know,
can.
she's going to be able to do it on both sides. 4-time conference pitcher of the year. 2 times she did in the Big 12. 2 times she's done it in the Big 10.
Exactly.
And the way that
How
she's
you
been
call
able
it
to take
home
over
run when you
games
don't
in
have
the
a home
circle,
run
take
record?
over games in the
He's
NCAA.
not even in the top 5 of probably
Nebraska
home run
last year,
hitters in the
playing the
country.
regional. She could not get out. Now this year she has 19 home runs, 50 RBI. She's hitting over 400, 1.23 ERA on top of that. She leads Nebraska in batting average, home runs, and ERA. There are not very many players that can do what Jordy Fromm can do.
No, and she's just electric on both sides of the plate. I love seeing what she's doing.
Somebody
And
got
she's
scared.
just a great role model as well for her teammate,
Somebody
Alexis
got
Jensen, who
punked
is
out.
another pitcher that can hit. She's a lefty, but Jordy Fromm is just having an epic year.
It'd be remarkable if she could win national championships at Oklahoma and then back in her
Watch
home
out.
state of Nebraska. They tested themselves all year. Rhonda Revelle did with a tough schedule because they
Here,
wanted
man,
to host.
I'll blow you some bubbles
Mission
to make you
accomplished. So
feel all at
they put
home.
Rhonda's
because I
name
know
on the
y'all
field.
like
Congratulations
that Perry
to
shit
her.
down there.
Stars among stars, some
Blow you some
others to
bubbles.
keep your eyes on, of course. And we'll start with Jocelyn Brisky there at
There
the
you
top,
go.
the
Let's feel at
SEC's
home,
pitcher
man.
of the year.
I know y'all don't like
And
USC.
we've heard about a lot of those other names
Skittles with
as well. How about some of these mid-majors? How about some sleepers who can make some noise when they hit the road this weekend for the regionals?
Jordy is the
We'll hear
bomb.
from them and Maya Johnson as well.
Got a Jordy fan in the house. Heavy 4805. Jordy is the bomb. I really like Jordy's new name too. Heavy, I agree with you. Jordy from Balls.
Jordy's from Ball. Hell yeah, man.
ATX Chico's trying to find his balls. Could he keep that link? Scared of that little linky link right there. Like Linky Boy. It old spastic. There you go, right there. Here it comes again. Watch out, here it comes. Oh, there it is again. Look. There's another link, man. That's 7 links I put in there, bitch. Hit that shit. Come on in here. We're ready. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let y'all debate it cordially. I'm not going to be like I'm being now. I'm just doing this to entertain the people.
To debate what?
To debate whatever he seems to have a problem with, the issue with. He says he's going to educate you. So I want to see him do it. ATX, Chico boy. He got scared.
Is he
back?
back?
Left, man. He's gone. He's scared, man. He bluffed. I bet you won't put a link in here. I bet I will. You lost that bet, didn't you?
And I was trying to be nice too, man.
Yeah, I scared him off, man. He got a little scared. He started feeling the wrath. He knows. He knows if he comes in here.
Nice. I was trying to set rules.
Well, he knows. He knows if he gets personal, he's thinking to himself, I'll get personal. I'll tell him I'm not going to get personal. I'm going to get personal, and I'm going to own their ass. And then he saw the smack talent coming forth from my mouth, and he got scared and he left. Yeah. Bitch slapped your ass, didn't it?
Speaking of bitch slapping, how about the UFC bets that we made last night? We did a little bitch slapping of the bookie last night.
Oh man, that was sweet. I couldn't believe I won that last fight, man.
Man, you know what was great? I didn't realize about Cauchy. So you can sell before it's over, right? If it goes up to a certain value.
Yep.
And in that Van fight, basically the most I could win when he got him down and put him in that chokehold, my value of my shares shot up to within like less than $1 away from the max that I would have made if he'd have won it outright. So I sold it in the middle of the fight and won my money before it was even over with. He ended up winning anyway. But then the Strickland bet was awesome, man. And I bet it on 2 sites. So I won money on Sean Strickland on DraftKings as well as Cauchy.
Yeah, I bet on both co-main events. And I saw what you was talking about. You can actually dump it in the middle if you get a little uncomfortable and sell it.
Yeah, if you get to a value that you're happy with, because man, I almost did that with Strickland because at a certain point he had gotten up to close to half of what he could have won max. And I almost said, man, this might be as good as it gets, but I just rolled with it anyway. And then we ended up getting the max value because he won. But that was awesome. I like that Cauchy app.
Yeah, I like that Cauchy shit. I'm 6-0 on that shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm on 6 of them. ATX forgot to tell his mama Happy Mother's Day. Typical. Damn, man, that's pretty bad, man. You didn't tell your mother Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
That's pretty mean.
Well, for all we know, ATX may have been a mother.
Could be.
Could have been a mother. Beep.
You never know.
Mother. Oh.
You never know.
Like I said in my comment, he's the one that called for a link and then tuck tail and run. I put the damn link in there. I mean, what's he want me to do? Email him? If he wants me to email him, I will. jpcoutlaw@gmail.com. Send me your email. Should be pretty easy. You ain't got to get on here with your video either if you don't want to. If you're uncomfortable with being on camera, you can come on here on audio only. And we'll be more than happy to just let you come on audio only. You might be too ugly or something. I don't know.
We still have 325 people up in here right now. We got
scared. He tapped out. He tapped out, man.
That's really disappointing.
I shouldn't have went in hard all at once like that. It sort of scared him, I think.
It's just so disappointing. You talk all that smack, and then you say, "Give me the link." It's like I don't even understand that. Why would you do that?
Because he's a Texas fan, man. Why you gotta ask that question?
Hey, Wade, you can bounce right now. We don't really give a shit. It's not about what you want, dickhead.
What you want to talk about, Wade? You want to come in here? We'll let you be famous. We'll make you famous, Wade.
No, Wade doesn't want to show his stupid face.
Are you ATX's lover boy? Y'all got a little reach around action going, Wadey boy? Whoa, Wade.
It's always amazing to me. It's always amazing to me. The people that you're getting a free show. If you don't like it, just surf on, man.
These
Instead
women
of
ain't
showing
talking
your
about
ass and embarrassing yourself, just keep going. Just keep making your way down the road, man. Nobody
These
cares.
poor ladies don't know shit anyway. We know more about softball than these ladies do, Robert.
Well, now I'm just not doing it just because. I just don't give a shit. It's just funny to me again, man. Like they act like the entitlement is we're here to give them what this is what like he's calling the shots.
Look, man, he's complaining because he can only hear one person talk at a time. So guess what? You can listen to us talk now. How about that? How you like that shit? Now you gotta listen to us. Wadey boy.
I'm sorry. Did you want to hear about Belmont? Is that what you wanted to hear?
You want me to put a link in there for you too, Wade? Are you in here to defend your boyfriend's honor? Did I hurt his feelings? Did he run to his Skittles shitting buddy?
You might have hurt his feelers.
Y'all shitting Skittles together on a Monday night somewhere tomorrow.
You might have hurt his feelers.
Which one of y'all's tops and which one of y'all's bottoms? Just one. Just curious. Just saying. Y'all act so goofy, man. Y'all call for a damn link to come in here and talk, and then you tell us not to talk. Well, if you call for a link to come in and talk, how you gonna talk if you don't want nobody talking over these Belmont, this earth-shattering shit about Maya Johnson from Belmont?
Yeah, because we were all waiting to hear about Maya. What's Maya got going on? Maya's going to be the linchpin of Belmont's Cinderella run to the national championship. No, never going to happen.
Wade's scared. Wade's scared just like the rest of them. I bet you wouldn't select my first. Bet I would. You're a keyboard warrior. You behind the keyboard too. Shut the hell up. Come on, I'm gonna smack you.
Oh my goodness, man!
I'm gonna smack you. I was trying to stay out of it because it was a Texas Oklahoma thing where y'all and KillerBrees, but y'all just dragged me right in there.
It's kind of ridiculous, Charles. We're not going to be around for much longer anyway, brother. What? Unless there's something that the chat would like to talk about. Is there a specific topic that you want to talk about?
Y'all want to talk about Ronda Rousey versus Gianna Carano? Whatever her name is.
Deshelle said you forgot to include the Dallas Cowboys fans in the gay list.
Yeah.
That's not going to go over well around these parts.
Yeah, most people in Oklahoma are actually Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
I got a Cowboys hat that someone sent me because I got a wall of hats up there that people send me hats. I also got a New Orleans Saints hat over there. I actually like the Saints more.
Yes. Well, they're cooler. They're cooler.
Mike Carter said that's some funny shit.
Mike gets it. That's the whole point, Mike. It's not supposed to be serious. But, not everybody gets it. Sometimes it takes a little while for people to, contrary, what you don't realize is there's actually quite a few people in here that are regulars with our show. When we go live, at least. We do a lot of live sports. And, we're just doing it because we're just trying to have fun, just talking shit while we're watching sports. It's not supposed to be some, couple of softball aficionados that know every rule in the rule book and are trying to break it down. That's not what we're trying to even do. So, see, we damn pissed off Queen Bee.
The gayest thing about him.
I mean, you got to feel bad. Look, dude, truthfully, it makes no sense that the run that they've had after winning those 3 out of 4 Super Bowls in the 90s. The fact that they haven't won another one since then is kind of blows my mind, to be honest with you. But
don't be talking about blowing people. ATX will be running back up in here. He'll be thinking he's going to get something.
But you know, man, like it's very clear to me the reason why, because Jerry Jones is way too close. Whether he would have been a good general manager or not, he's definitely not a good general manager for the Dallas Cowboys. It's just way too close. And I think he's the reason why ultimately they haven't won it.
Jerry Jones got to believing that he actually was the reason they were winning.
Yes.
He might have been part of the reason.
He was part of the reason.
Back a little bit, but the thing is, he went. He didn't know the lines to cross. He wasn't the coach. He wanted to be the coach and owner. He just didn't take on the title as coach. He won't admit to that shit, but that's all it is. He wants to be the coach and the owner.
He didn't like Jimmy Johnson getting the credit for those Super Bowls, which he did. But again, Jerry Jones was a big part of it. You know, he made it happen. He was the owner that gave the team the resources and the coaches that it needed to win Super Bowls. But at the end of the day, he just, you know, like you said, he had to be the guy basically calling all the shots, and that cost him to lose.
Can't do that.
You know, good coaches.
Matt Norman's got a question for us. He wants to know, do we think the top 8 will hold all the way through in the first round? I think the top 8 will hold to the first round, yeah. I think it might go chalk. It might.
It usually does. I mean,
and when you get in the super regional, that's when you get the upsets. Usually.
There will be an upset or two in the regionals. I mean, that does happen every year, you know, but usually the hosts go through.
I haven't got the top 8 seeds in front of me to really tell you exactly who I think.
Well, you know, Tennessee was kind of interesting because Tennessee was there in the top 8, and you know, and I have to look at the bracket and see who the other teams are. I don't remember off the top of my head who those teams would play, but I could see Tennessee losing. I mean, again, let's face it. If OU can't get their pitching together, then, you know, unless their offense is on, they could lose to probably anyone.
Tammy said she likes the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. So the Steelers have a legacy. The Patriots have sort of overtook them, but
yeah, I'm down with the Steelers and what they're about. Hard-nosed football. I can dig it.
OU and UCLA got smoked. Love it. How did they get smoked? Pray tell. Tell me how OU and UCLA got smoked. I don't follow. Maybe, I don't know. You talking about the Georgia game?
Yeah, he must be talking about it because Nebraska beat UCLA and Georgia beat Oklahoma. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
I guess you could make an argument they did get smoked. They got doubled up 10-5, so can't really argue that.
No.
Can't debate with ATX Chico because you don't know how to click on a link.
Oh, he does know and just didn't want to, which is so weak. It is so weak, man. But I think that might be. I think I might go grab some dinner, man, and call it a night.
All right, brother.
How long you plan on staying on?
I'll stay on a little bit longer, like I normally do, and then I'll probably head out. I'm gonna stay in here a little bit while longer and just aggravate some people.
All right, man. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll give you a ring.
All right, later.
Later, man.
That was KillerBrees, the Oklahoma Roughneck, and now you're stuck with me, JPC, the Outlaw of college football. We do a little bit of everything in here. We do college football, we do MMA, we do softball now, and we may pick up some more sports along the way. I'm not out of here yet, Richard. Yeah. John Carroll says, thanks, fellas. Good show. Appreciate you being in here, John Carroll. Dashell Rohan 981 says, you guys are fun. I appreciate that, Dashell. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. But if y'all don't mind, like and subscribe to the channel before you leave. Those things are absolutely free, and all it does is just let y'all know when we're up and on the air, especially subscribing. It gets the party bigger and more crunk before we get to the football season, because we're going to have a hell of a time during the football season. We're going to have some hell of a tailgates. We might even all meet up in person at a neutral site somewhere like Nashville, Tennessee or something, and just take over a bar, because this is the home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all the media talking heads. Ethan Rosenthal said he's out of here. Appreciate you guys. Go Big Red Owl. I hope Nebraska does well in the tournament. I like Jordy Ball. A lot of people like Jordy Ball. Some of the Oklahoma fans don't really like her anymore because she left Oklahoma, Ethan. But I'm an Alabama guy, but I really like Jordy Ball. Our Flipping Farmstead, thanks for streaming. Y'all the best. Appreciate you being in here, Flipping Farmstead. Matt Norman says, Friday, guys. See y'all then. Yeah, we'll have to pick a game out and do it. We'll probably do an Oklahoma or an Alabama or Texas game, maybe a Nebraska game. I'm not sure yet. Dashell says, don't talk about football because that's the worst sport at the University of Nebraska. Y'all done all right this year, didn't you? I think y'all went to a bowl game, right? Nebraska's, they're going to eventually make it back. Give them time. They're one of the old school OG blue bloods. Nebraska is. I've always told people here all the time, in my years of watching football, the best team I ever seen of all time, of any team, of any university, was the 1995 Nebraska team. That was the best one with Tommy Frazier. The best college football team of all time, in my opinion. What do y'all think? What's the best of all time, in y'all's opinion? You got to be unbiased now. Can't be picking your own team unless you really believe it. So tried to get Texas guy in here. He said he wanted to debate. He said, put me on live, and I put a link in there 8 times, and all 8 times he whiffed and couldn't click on it. So he went 0 for 8. So he actually done worse than Texas did against the 3 UAs. 2 out of 3 for Arkansas, 2 out of 3 for Oklahoma, and 2 out of 3 for Alabama in the regular season. But before I get out of here, y'all let me know who y'all think is going to win this whole thing right now. Who y'all got? Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas? Is there going to be an upstart team, a dark horse that could win it, like a Nebraska or UCLA? What do y'all think? But as I said before, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Those are the big 4. They're absolutely free. But if you want to do something extra and get your badge, like Richard Burton and TJLLSP, who has his badge as well, that's Tim. You want to get your badge like them, it's $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. It's a little join button over by the subscribe button. And you'll get a badge and get deputized. You get a random 4 Horsemen shout out on the actual podcast or the live stream, as well as possibly the comment of the day. KMCA to all the other teams, class is now dismissed.